Hi guys, welcome to a 3v3 on farmland, and we are playing as the Commonwealths, and I have Handzy and Reboundz on my team, so it's a very formidable team, and we are up against a Chinese team called Han. Can't remember all the nicknames, but I'll let you know once I press tab, or if I do press tab in the game, and they're playing as the Japanese. So it should be an interesting matchup. We see Handzy moving a jeep to the right side up that hill and attack the vulnerable position as you do in farmland. That right B side for the Axis team is very hard to hold, or once the enemy does take it, it's really hard to get back. So this game I'm playing a bit differently. I've got two riflemen only at the start. Because the dodge doesn't have the timer, it allows me to go an early dodge. It's a bit of a risky move because I didn't have much troops behind this stone wall, allowing maybe to come down into this housing area and flank Reboundz in the center. But lucky he didn't do that, so I took a bit of a risk there, and it's kind of sacrificed Reboundz in the center, but nevertheless it didn't need to happen. So right now just trying to snipe that MG. Priority target. Took him out there. See, there's low caliber guns for your new players. You can quite easily snipe infantry behind cover and sandbags. It's actually easier because with the HE shell, it's going to hit the cover. It won't actually kill the person. In this case though, it's different because that hill is behind that sandbag, so it allows me to hit that hill. It's like a backboard basically. The explosion will take out the troops by hitting that back hill. So dodge actually isn't a very great buy versus the Japanese because of the Hago, and the Hago is 160 MP and the dodge is 220 MP. And the Hago basically fires faster too, so really it's not really worth it. I kind of shouldn't have gone a dodge in my opinion versus the Japanese, but probably would have been a good buy versus Germans because they can't really take out the dodge until the Panzer III, and then that right here would have been ours. So a bit of a disastrous start. I think I kind of bought the wrong unit. The dodge can fight the Hago because the Hago has less range with its HE shell. So if you stay back, you'll be fine, but once you get to about, let's say, I think 80 or so range, you're in trouble fighting with the dodge. So Reboundz here went the dodge. I was kind of a bit scared it was going to get killed quite easily by these Hagos, and they got lucky there that HE shell just knocked out the crew. They didn't actually kill the dodge. This enables now Reboundz to take out those two Hagos from afar. So banking for a Crusader AA, this is the mini one, the 300 MP one, because I need something really quick, just in case Reboundz can't take out those Hagos. The Crusader AA 300 MP is actually pretty decent versus the Japanese team because you can counter all the light tanks that they have very easily, and as well as that, I'm going to clean up infantry. So Reboundz did take out the Hago, so it wasn't really needed at this stage, but now I can push up forward because I know the Japanese team have lost 2 of their tanks already. They can't possibly afford something yet, or they could potentially afford something, but it's not likely. You'll see a Chinu coming, in fact, very shortly, which I didn't expect. So one of their teammates mustn't have got a Hago and kind of saved for that unit. Would have saved that unit. Doing as much damage as possible. And there's that Chinu over there. So this game turned out to be a really good game, guys. So if you're thinking of leaving, it's actually going to be a pretty close one. 5-4 so far, pretty even. And just trying to back away through the housing. The best route I can take right now. Chinu's doing quite good to knock down those houses. I find those houses usually don't drop down that fast, so I was quite surprised that Chinu was knocking down those houses, my cover, really quickly. They're trying to reverse out, and he's really knocking out the cover in one shot. Very scary now, so just trying to navigate myself around the rocks. And I think I do escape, as that dodge is quite useless for this versus the Chinu. As the Commonwealths, to fight the Chinu, it's actually really hard. You probably go Sherman. I think Chinus actually take out Shermans quite well, as well as the American Sherman, obviously. But Shermans can take it out, but it is more expensive than the Chinu. I think it's more like a 50-50 play, in my opinion. Because the Chinu gun is actually, I think, a bit stronger than the G. Or it's just easier to take it a Sherman with a Chinu for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't checked out the stats. I know it's similar to the G. I'm guessing it might be better, that's why. So, just tell my allies to get the Zax and Zax. Gotta remember to always get those special points as soon as they come available. And some nice sneaky grenades behind, just popping out from that house over there and just throwing a grenade before we can get shot. Good play by him. So I'm going to try to play around this area for a bit. That Chinu's in the middle, occupied by something, so I'm going to just make use of my Crusader AA for as long as possible. The little counter comes to try take me out. Just doing the damage, just trying to push on this flag there. By the way, I don't think this is one of my greater games. I'm playing quite slow. Had a really hard day at work before playing this game. I'm still in work mode, a bit stressed, playing a bit slow. It's actually probably a good example on buy this game. This game I don't really outplay my opponent with units. I more so try to buy my way out of winning this game. And also they're the host, by the way, so they're from China. These three guys, this clan, Han. We get around 250 to 300 MS with these guys. They do have the host advantage. Right now they've got the Chinu 20mm deadly combo, tank superiority and anti-infantry superiority. And Reboundz has got a comet though, I think. And I don't know what happened there. Actually, one sec. Did you see that? Let me know if you saw that. My Crusader AA lost its turret and gun, I believe, by a ricochet of that comet all the way back on the right. I didn't see that properly, guys, but if you noticed that, please let me know what actually happened there. A nice move. The comet's actually a great counter for the Chinu. Then again, the Cheetah might be coming out soon, which is a good counter versus the comet. But the comet can take it the Chinu as well. It's almost a 50. Cheetah's probably got a better chance because its gun is really, really good. The Commonwealths. Going to talk about the next patch as well. Commonwealths are getting a bit of a nerf in the next patch. Whenever they do release it, it's been an eternity since they've announced that patch and said it's going to be released after that sale that they had. There's nothing to indicate that it's coming out any time soon due to the performance issues. They have asked me for input on balance changes, which is quite surprising. Very exciting that they are looking towards the community to help them make the game better. The Commonwealths, they've changed. The balance of Commonwealths will change. Basically, the dodge is going to be now 250 MP from 220 MP. Because at the start, it is better than most things Germans can bring out, such as the looks in 222. They can't really counter the dodge. If you can use the dodge right, that is. The dodge is kind of hard to use because you've got to make sure that you don't get engined, and if you do get engined, make sure you're always facing the right way. That's why they've been nerfed. And also Crusader AA, basically all 40mm Bofors guns, which is the Crusader AA. Also the Bofors USA emplacement Bofors, and also the M19, all have their reload rate, I think, reduced. Oh no, not the M19, because that's not the Bofors equivalent. Sorry, the 61K, that's it, 61K. The Russian 61K emplacement. From 0.5 second reload rate for each shot to 1 second. So it's basically halved speed of fire. I think it's good. That's one way they nerfed it. So not nerfing it by MP in this patch. I think this Crusader A is still a bit OP in a lot of maps. So I'm going to exploit it basically in this game. They're going Crusader AA, gonna try to get some nasty side shots, because on the side I can potentially flank the middle, but I've got stuck in this little area here. I'm just trying to hide behind the rocks while capping this flag, just doing as much damage as possible. I'm not sure if he can hit me. I'm just going to stay behind here. I'm thinking he might not be able to hit me, and I can just hold the flag with the Crusader AA and just an infantryman, just to delay him and do as much damage as possible. No. So he can shoot me. Bit of a risk I took. That's alright, I did a bit of damage and stalled him from going to the center and took some points off him. Important in an Assault Squads game. The potential flank here now, you notice that Cheeto is out in the open. I could run up there and maybe throw a grenade at that 20mm. Just got me just before I reached that building, unfortunately. So they've got mortars. Japanese is a very hard team or faction to play against, because they have the mortars. They have a lot of OP units, in my opinion, such as the Hugger 160 MP tank. You compare that to a half track, which is only 150 MP. You kind of picture why it can be OP. Crusader AA, not Crusader AA, sorry. The mortar can do devastating damage in a lot of maps, and a lot of cheap infantry and decent tanks. Reboundz trying to charge at Chita with repaired Haga. Just trying to organise now the buys. I think Reboundz a bit busy playing, didn't notice. Really wanted to know who's going to 105, and then if someone goes to 105, the other guy can go a croc. The 105 is a unit that I think, correction, the 95mm Cromwell, which is basically the 105 equivalent of USA and the German SPG tanks. You have to buy that versus Japanese, especially in a team game, because you're expecting to see a lot of mortars and possibly rockets, and you need to counter it. So at least one, and then one crocodile to really soak up the damage, to just use it as a holding tank to hold center or to push, because the Japanese tanks won't be able to really penetrate it unless they get really close. So just a safe tank, in fact. So no reply, so I've just gone to 95mm, because I figured the crocodile may be able to get me into position where I can push an attack. But it's a bit risky, but so 95mm is a bit more safer. So getting a repair thingo from the 95mm, and trying to take out that 20mm, which is a priority target there. Cheeto there takes that Reboundz Comet. So Handzy looks like he's struggling on the right side to get that right flag. There's stopped in the middle there, and center here, Reboundz doing a decent job holding the center. Now the Japanese team have taken it back. Gonna try to take it out again. In this situation here, you can't use attack ground because of that. I know that little wooden thing blocking me, so I gotta DC that, take it out. He's gonna try to push again with that Crusader AA.
Got it, sir.
A 95mm is safe, as you can see, behind that in that riverway there. Quite safe from anything. So it's kind of like a static game now. It's turning out to be quite a attritional battle. And Handzy with his radio up call. Goodbye for Handzy. Especially if you see heavy tanks, you need to potentially get the radio up if you don't want to fight with heavy tanks. It's the more economical way if you can track a tank. Yeah, the mortar's doing the nasty damage now. Basically, it locks down your ability to hold and push that mortar. Eventually, will whittle away your entire infantry. So I'm going to try take out that mortar just by pounding it with my Crusader AA. You can actually destroy emplacements and emplacements and mortars with the buffers by just firing at it. If you keep firing at it, eventually it will get destroyed. And the bazooka got me. Nice one there by the Han fella. So pointing my teammates, it's a priority target there, that 75mm AA to the Japanese. Nasty gun. Can't get a shot. At least I've decrewed or neutralized that flag on the left hand side, top left. Buying some more time as center, I think Reboundz is taking it right now. Handzy's got a bit of trouble there on the map there. You can see there's three vehicles or emplacements. Got a nice lucky shot there of the hugger. Other than the balance changes for Commonwealth, there's a few other ones which I've discussed with Instinct, such as USA medium heavy tanks like the 76, and also the tank destroyers like the Hellcat and Wolverine. On how inaccurate they are and how crap they are, basically, and he does kind of agree. He understands that. He knows that because the Commonwealth's tank destroyers are actually decent because they have better accuracy, and he has confirmed that they do. But he doesn't want to change the gun stats. Otherwise, he'll need to change a lot of other things. So instead, he's made it so now the USA tank destroyers can shoot on the move accurately. Apparently that feature was actually in Men of War 1, but has been taken out for some reason, but he's putting it back in. So maybe now it could be an option to do some flanking or charging attacks with the 76 and Hellcats and the Wolverine tanks for the USA. Other than that, marksman here. The stamina being introduced, I think, is going to cause issues with the tournament because of marksmen. Right now, they're quite good marksmen. They can be considered OP in some maps for an opening, but I think assault squads and numbers can overwhelm them in some situations too. But yeah, with this new stamina, basically the stamina is fixed now. So in the past, stamina worked as power. So basically a unit has a certain amount of power, and depending on the weight of the inventory that unit carries, it will use up more power. So basically that made the marksman or the elite tier troops run the same distance as any of the regular troops. But in this one here, they've fixed it so it's a percentage now. So the elite marksman has 200% stamina, for example, and a regular troop has 100%. So it can basically run almost double the length of any single troop, which is going to be an issue. So kind of risked that. Going to move back to the gameplay here. I've kind of risked my Cromwell there because I really wanted that juicy shot. I didn't realize that that building was damaged so that Chi can take me. It's a massive buy here from the opponent. I think it's a mistake here. They've really overinvested, which you'll see in the end. Really, I think this game could have gone either way if they didn't buy that many heavy tanks. They didn't really need it. We didn't buy any heavy tanks or any big tanks for them to kill. And the heavy tanks turned out to be basically CP hogs on the map. So back to the balance discussion with the stamina. So yeah, basically marksman will get to the flag a lot quicker because it can run double the speed of an assault squad or regular squad, pretty much. It might be an issue for a lot of maps. And assault squad 2 numbers do rule the roost, but if you buy single SMGs or single rifles with the elite marksman, yeah, they probably won't get pinned down. So just trying to take out going back to gameplay, just trying to take out that 95mm with the turret down. Pretty skillful shot, must say. I'm trying to get Instinct to maybe make the price of the marksman a bit more expensive. Having trouble doing so because we haven't actually tested it. Instinct wants to basically see how it goes. I kind of predict that it will be a bit bullshit in the tournament. The elite marksman may rule the roost. But we'll see how it goes. Another balance change you may not be aware of is Jeeps. So Jeeps are going to be nerfed. They've got, I think, 15 armor now. They're going to be changed to 10. So they're going to be a bit more susceptible to small arms fire. I still think they'll be used for team games. But now they might be more easy to counter, which is a good thing. Right now they're really OP in some team maps. Another thing, what else is there? Balance. MGs. Yep, MG accuracy. I think it's when you're firing from afar, it's 50% accuracy, and it's going to change to 75%, so they're a bit more accurate. So we've seen a lot of MG buffs of late in the last patch, the last 2 patches. But this one is another one, which will hopefully bring MGs back into the meta somehow, or regular squads, because they have the MG in that squad. Be decent instead of going the assault squad spam with numbers. So it should be interesting, hopefully, this tournament, with different kind of openings, with marksmen, regular squads, assault squads, maybe even jeeps being used, and motorcycles, and hopefully not too many marksmen being used, because I predict that's going to be the next big thing with the latest change of stamina in the stamina. So far here, just trying to push up, just not doing much right now, just grenading, because just waiting for things to happen right now. I'm not sure what to buy at this stage. I was going to try test my luck on the right flag, and the AI I think nearly or kind of blocked Reboundz' land mattress. So land mattress, I'm not too sure about that buy. Decent buy, I guess, versus the Japanese, because they have lots of emplacements. They were spamming emplacements. I think there was 3 mortars and even a 200mm rocket somewhere. So Chiwi in the center could potentially be tracked by that 95mm. And I nearly got knocked over by a 200mm. Now keep going, try run it over, test my luck. I don't think I can run it over when I get there. But I'm going to try at least shoot it, do damage. Bazooka got me. Nice one by Han. Oh, that's right. Han players I'm playing in the 3v3 are Han Yukuri, Han Wellington, and Han CC. So 3 good players. Wellington was in the international 2v2. Didn't really play any games. He was the sub basically in Team Han 1. Consisted of Maya and Ding BB. They're going to Churchill here. I'm thinking of going at Churchill, as we need some sort of tank to just hold ground. The tank I'm buying is not going to be a tank to take out other tanks. It's basically a tank to kill enemy support units such as half-tracks, 20mm, or even Hargos, just light things. So my infantry can survive. It's basically my infantry protector. And also it's going to be used to track that Chiri. That Chiri is not going to be able to penetrate me easily. I don't think it can, basically, until it gets extremely close frontally. So I'm going to try to track that Chiri and allow Handzy to get a radio up on it. So far, they're doing okay. We've done okay too. We've taken out quite a few of their mortars, so we should be able to hold. It's going to be an attritional battle because they've got that big tank on the field. It's going to be hard for us to push into the center, and also that 20mm. I'll take out the support units first, and that 20mm. See if I can get a track on these bastard. I didn't need to get the Church of a track. I think the 95mm got it from Reboundz. A decent team play here. Would like to go TeamSpeak, but Handzy is too povo to buy a mic, I think. I don't know what the reason is. He keeps saying he'll buy one. Basically, Handzy's mic is broken. Really want him to start doing videos again on his YouTube. really enjoyed watching his videos. In fact, I can't really get into anyone's Men of War videos online, like Baron, Sherman, Raptor. Not a fan of gameplay, just gameplay videos. Kind of boring. Why don't do them? Just talking on TeamSpeak. Plus, they can't play the game, to be honest. But that's okay. If they're kind of entertaining by their small talk. So nice shot here by Handzy. What got the main gun? I don't know what got the main gun, but there's a final Chiri. So there goes the Chiri with that second radio op shot. A focus on that 95mm, just telling Reboundz to choose his targets. And pushing up with the 20mm just to hold as well. The 25mm Churchill should be fine. I know they don't have anything really to take out my Churchill now. I don't think they can afford anything higher than a Chinu at maximum, and that's even a far-fetched buy for them, I think. So center is secure, and that was a big game changer there, that radio op kill. Really, as this is why Commonwealths are safe in my opinion, because with the Churchill or even the 95mm, you can track heavy tanks or Tigers, and if you have a radio op, you can survive. They've got a full all-round game basically. Trying to take out that 20mm because it's angled and behind that rock. I'll try DC this baby. Well, I should. DC this shot. Oh, no good. Hopefully they do release that patch really soon. It's taken a very long time. I have been searching for other games to play, but I can't seem to find anything I like. I'm playing single player games like Alien Isolation. That's really good fun. Intense game. Also, I bought the new Mountain Blade DLC Viking. That's pretty cool single player fun. Well, but so buggy right now. Keeps crashing on my computer, and quests, I can't seem to finish some quests due to some bugs. But yeah, I've tried. Also wanted to get Empires. It's a Men of War game in World War I, basically, based on the first Mao engine. But I can't seem to bring myself to buy it because of the controls. Controls are using the old method of Men of War 1. If you remember the Men of War 1 controls, where the right click was left click and WASD doesn't work to move around. Things like that really shit me. In Condemned Heroes, I bought Condemned Heroes but only played maybe 5-10 minutes because those controls really frustrated me. I couldn't go back to playing the old controls after playing Assault Squad style. So hopefully they do good on this next patch. Really, they've, in my opinion, they've kind of screwed the release. I'm sure everyone knows this. It's no use complaining anymore. I'm over it. But the game is still a good game. Unfortunately, AS1 was a good game. They just needed to improve that a bit. But they made it a worse game. The performance. So let's hopefully this patch will be another one which does well. The last patch was actually a good one. It really improved performance. So it's playable now. I think it's really playable. Before to that, it was definitely not really playable. It's a wipe here now because they've invested too much in heavy tanks. This is the reason why you don't buy so many heavies for no reason. And also, this game wasn't really a good example because of a pressure game. In fact, because we didn't pressure too hard and we struggled to pressure. I think Reboundz is not really a pressure player, so he can sometimes allow the enemy to bank, which is fine. Gonna play a bit different. But if you were playing pressure players, like if Greek was on our team as well, banking for those heavy tanks, he would have lost the game already. The banking kind of worked in our favour with the land mattress as well. And this Churchill being bought at the last minute is basically now going to be the thing in the field they can't kill. They can't kill at all because they bought too much. They don't have radio up, I don't think, as well, because they bought too much mortars and 100mm. And this one I got lucky, the kamikaze nearly got me. It's lucky I turned my turret, noticed it, and right clicked on him. It was really, really close. Anyway guys, the tournament is still... it's still delayed because patch is not out. So the sign-ups are still open if you know anybody or anybody good wants to join. I'm actually looking for more Euros to join because in their brackets, I think there's a few spots in the Euro brackets. I have to mix... No, actually no. There's actually only 2 spots for the Euro brackets. And there's a few spots in the AU brackets too. 100% sure. You do go check it out anyway. In my last video I have the links there. Should be a good one. Anyway, GG. It was a bit of a long one. Bit of an attritional battle. But it's got some different gameplay to the usual stomps that we've been having these days. So, good game, Hunt.